When whispers turned into rumors, and rumors became urgent phone calls, the world of morning television, and those who live at its beating heart, collectively held its breath. The familiar banter and polished smiles viewers expect from daytime TV were suddenly replaced by something deeply human: fear, worry, and a desperate rush to stand beside a loved one. In this dramatized retelling, an unexpected medical emergency thrusts one family into the spotlight, testing the limits of love, loyalty, and the fragile line between public life and private pain. For decades, Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa have been among television's most recognizable couples, charismatic, warm, and playfully bickering on camera in ways that endeared them to millions. Their chemistry, jokes, and on-screen intimacy have long coexisted with a fiercely guarded private life. But there are moments when the personal pierces the professional, when the cameras can only bear silent witness. It began like countless mornings in the Ripa Consuelos household: a flurry of messages, a rushed breakfast, and a week's worth of plans penciled in. Then came a call no one expected. In the space of a few quiet sentences, routine turned to urgency. A condition once managed and monitored suddenly deteriorated. Doctors issued warnings. Family members were told to gather. Within the hour, Kelly Ripa, morning show icon, mother, and devoted partner, left her scheduled commitments. Her face, normally radiant with warmth and effervescence, hardened with purpose. The cameras went dark, the lights dimmed, and priorities were rewritten. For the public, this is where the story grows complicated. How does one balance a life lived before millions with the need to protect those closest to the heart? Hospitals are equalizers, sterile, fluorescent, indifferent to fame. In those waiting rooms and ICU corridors, status vanishes, and the only language that matters is hope. That corridor became a stage for a different kind of performance, where private grief meets public scrutiny. Family and close friends arrived quietly. Calls were made, texts sent, and journalists began to circle. Kelly, usually a magnetic force of laughter and light, moved through the hospital with calm determination, sitting, consulting, and sometimes simply holding a hand. Small, human actions became the story's true heartbeat. In crisis, time behaves strangely, stretching and collapsing all at once. Minutes can feel like hours, yet in a single day, lives can completely change. What follows is a condensed account of those events. A once manageable condition, long monitored by medical teams, suddenly worsened. A fever, respiratory difficulty, or internal imbalance forced emergency hospitalization. Treatment escalated from observation to active intervention. The words "critical condition" were spoken, and the tone outside the hospital walls shifted instantly. Kelly Ripa and her family rushed to the bedside, their presence both a comfort and an anchor amid uncertainty. These moments marked more than medical updates. They mapped the emotional terrain of a family weathering an unexpected storm. In crisis, private networks transform into lifelines. Friends, colleagues, and well-wishers mobilized. Social media, once a stage for humor and curated snapshots, filled with messages of love and prayer. Flowers, meals, and messages poured in. What stands out in this fictionalized retelling is how small gestures accumulated into something powerful.
Who once shared a joke, now shared a prayer. An assistant who handled wardrobe now coordinated hospital visits. The machinery of a celebrity life pivoted from production schedules to the practicalities of bedside care. Inside those walls, everyday heroes carried on unseen. Nurses tracking each breath, respiratory therapists timing every intervention, specialists conferring in hushed rooms. Amid celebrity headlines, these professionals remain the steady hands between fear and hope. Their expertise turns panic into progress. Diagnostics, medications, and round-the-clock monitoring. For families, the medical language can sound foreign, even cold, but within it lies the pathway to reassurance. Anyone familiar with Kelly Ripa's long career knows she is no stranger to the spotlight. She's built decades of success through warmth and timing, but fame offers no manual for private heartbreak. Here, the decisions are raw and real. When to speak publicly, when to stay silent, how to juggle children's routines while staying by the hospital bed. In this account, Kelly chooses presence. She reshapes her life, prioritizes family, and leans on a small, trusted circle. Her statements, when released at all, are brief and deliberate. Gratitude, privacy, focus on family. They become her shield, steady, dignified, and clear. Behind every public couple exist private roles: parent, confidant, protector. In moments like this, children become both solace and purpose. The Consuelos family faced delicate choices: what to share, what to shield, and how to explain uncertainty with honesty and care. Therapists and counselors often advise: keep routines, speak truth gently, preserve normalcy. A drawn card, a favorite dinner, or a bedtime story over FaceTime. Small rituals that hold a family together when the world shifts beneath them. The ecosystem surrounding celebrity health is uneasy. Reporters seek facts, paparazzi wait for a photograph, pundits spin stories. But ethics quickly surface. Where does reporting end and intrusion begin? In this dramatized telling, tension builds between public transparency and private dignity. A headline crosses the line, speculation spreads, and the family responds, calm, measured, requesting privacy and gratitude for support. That statement becomes both shield and boundary, a fight for humanity over spectacle. Illness breaks the illusion of celebrity. Fans who once laughed at morning banter now send prayers. Strangers empathize with people they've never met. The audience collectively holds its breath. It's the paradox of modern fame: intimacy without closeness, sincerity through screens. Responsible storytelling becomes a duty. Fictionalized medical experts explain in simple terms: when a patient's condition turns critical, the body can no longer sustain vital functions without intensive support. Our focus is stabilization, maintaining blood pressure, oxygenation, preventing infection, and supporting organ systems. Family presence can improve recovery. Emotional care is as vital as medical care. Social media fills with tributes and prayers. Celebrity colleagues send love. Morning show segments dedicate moments of solidarity. Though some gestures border on performative, the family still feels genuine comfort from it all. The words matter. They remind them they're not alone. Rare crises rarely end with cinematic closure. Recovery is uneven, fragile, and ongoing. Yet within the uncertainty, hope persists, quiet, steady, and human.